everybody. I'm Nicole.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Sarah, and together we're the co-founders of Whale Tales, a living library of cetacean stories.
It's Orca Action Month! Hooray! And to celebrate, we're doing things a little bit differently on the podcast this month.
So sit back and enjoy as we dive right in.
Orca Action Month is here! Hooray!
It is. And to celebrate, again, this year, we are releasing not one, but 4 podcast episodes this month.
That's right. We will be releasing a new episode every week in the month of June. The first 3 weeks will have a different orca ecotype or community. And in the last week of June, we're going to have an extra special surprise.
We're having an orca on the podcast. No, sorry.
I mean, there might be stories about orcas.
From us? No, that's weird.
Never. These episodes will be a bit shorter than what you're used to because we won't be including the fun flipper fact and the regular storytelling whale tale segment that we usually have in each episode, but never fear, everything will be right back to normal and what you expect come summertime.
Yes, that gives Nicole a full extra month to work on her new fun flipper fact song.
Ooh. Oh, come on. Who are we kidding? Everyone knows I make it up in the moment.
I do. I'm pretty sure sometimes those have been planned.
Yes.
Maybe in like the day.
Yes.
Yeah. Or like
probably
vibes.
Never more than 24 hours though.
Probably.
Yeah.
But now it's a challenge.
Ooh. All right. I'm going to come back. Maybe I'll have some musical accompaniment for my next one.
Ooh. All right. Let's get down to business to meet the West Coast community of Scotland killer whales.
Really thought you were going to say to defeat the Huns.
That's why I did it like that. Okay. So the West Coast community of orcas. This is the West Coast community of Scotland, not what we usually think of as the West Coast when we're over here. This is a unique population of only 8 individuals, which are most likely from the North Atlantic Type 2 ecotype, as they've been seen feeding on porpoises, dolphins, seals, and one stranded individual has been found to have a minke whale or a minke whale baleen in their stomach.
Which was fascinating because just eating baleen is like a
Crunchy?
choice.
Crunchy.
Yeah. So the West Coast community has only ever been recorded in UK and Irish waters, and they are most often found along the Hebrides, along Scotland's west coast, all throughout the year. Every member of this community, like all orcas, can be individually identified by their dorsal fin and saddle patch. And the Hebridean Whale and Dolphin Trust, they first started cataloging these individuals in 1992.
Which is longer ago than my brain thinks it is.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
that's what happens when we get
When you're old.
31 years ago.
which is
No, don't say
not
things like that.
okay.
Nope.
Not
Yeah.
okay. Anyways, there are 4 males in the population. The first is W01 John Coe for a nickname. And John Coe was first seen in 1980. And he has a huge notch in the bottom trailing edge of his dorsal
It's
fin.
huge.
It's like the true definition of huge. It's very noticeable. He is definitely almost, I mean, when you're only looking at 8 individuals, it's easy to find individual characteristics for each of them. But I would say that John Coe is the most easily identifiable, maybe of all killer whales.
Yeah,
Very
that
distinct.
fin is intense.
Yes. But the next one is also a very individually notable killer whale. W02, known as floppy fin, has a
Aw.
completely collapsed dorsal fin.
Sad name.
I know. Poor little floppy fin. And his dorsal fin collapses to the left. So I think we've talked about dorsal fin collapse in a podcast episode previously. It's pretty rare to have happen to wild orcas, but it can happen, and it's usually a sign of poor health, which is going to be a theme with the West Coast community. The next male is W05 Comet, and Comet has an awesome story because Comet was, through photo ID matching in 2016, was found to match the pictures of a whale who had been nicknamed, also unfortunately, Dopey Dick. I think they were going for like a play on Moby Dick.
Yeah.
But it's funny because what happened with Dopey Dick, aka Comet, was that Dopey Dick, I'm just going to keep saying it, swam up the River Foyle in Northern Ireland in 1977, all the way to the town.
Oh, no.
Went real far.
Oh, so lost.
Real far down the river. And that makes Comet over 60 years old. So it's cool that there were pictures from when Dopey Dick, aka Comet, I like Comet's name better now as Comet, was in just, partying it up in Northern Ireland's rivers. Because, I mean, it's probably not the only living thing that's done that. And we will include a link to the full story about Comet and his adventurous Irish travels in the show notes. And then the last male is W08 Aquarius, who was first cataloged in 2004.
And I think is often seen with John Coe. They seem to be buds. Okay, so there are also 4 females. W03 Nicola. She has a large round notch at the top of the trailing edge of her dorsal fin. W07 Moneypenny. Awesome.
Love it. I love it so much.
She was first cataloged in 2004. W09 Puffin. Nicole's note here is so small. So I guess she's small?
She's just like, she's a puffin. It's real cute. She's just like, I mean, yes, killer whales are much larger than puffins by like 100 times or something. But when you look at pictures of Puffin, like she's just, she's fully grown, but she's just so cute and so little. And I just want to squish her like a puffin.
Okay. She was first cataloged in 2000. So yeah, fully grown. And W10 Ocassus was first cataloged in 2005, named through a BBC Wildlife magazine competition.
Yeah. So there was a 9th member of this community who was unfortunately found dead on shore after being entangled in fishing nets in January of 2016. So that was a female named Lulu. And even though the death of any member of such a small community especially is really tragic, it was also an event that helped everybody learn a huge amount about this population. So, I mean, thankfully, her body was found and they were able to do a necropsy, which is great. So they were able to perform contaminant analysis of tissue taken from her necropsy. And also, I'm assuming this is the one that they found the baleen in her stomach.
No, actually, it's not. So the members of this community just happen to be found frequently when they...
Something to do with
it's a
tides or something.
Yeah, the tides, and also there's lots of small islands and places for them to wash up, so they're not like super open. Okay, cool.
Because it was a male who had the baleen in his stomach. I think that one washed up before they had started giving them names and numbers, from what I could tell, but because it was quite a long time ago.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
Whereas Lulu was like, had been 9 members of the community for a really long time.
Yeah. Okay. So they were, from this contaminant analysis of her tissues, the Scottish Marine Animal Stranding Scheme showed that she had one of the highest levels of PCB burden ever recorded in any killer whale, which was 100 times higher than the accepted threshold for PCB toxicity in marine mammals, which is crazy, especially in females, because PCBs are one of the toxins that reproductive females are able to sort of shed some of their PCB load through giving birth and lactating. So
well, so interesting you mentioned that, Sarah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't read below.
No, that's okay. That's actually fantastic because it is really interesting. But what was also interesting and related in her necropsy was that though she was sexually mature, her necropsy showed that she had never been pregnant. This finding, linked with the fact that no calves have been recorded in the West Coast community since monitoring began, suggests that this group of killer whales, for whatever reason, whether it is health related or there's some kind of social dynamic that we are unaware of, but it's been more than 25 years and they are of breeding age. Like, though some of them are older now, certainly when they first started monitoring, the females in particular would have been of sort of like peak breeding age, and for Lulu to have never been pregnant,
Right.
not even
Yeah.
not even miscarriage or something.
Yeah. So because PCBs, in addition to causing other poor health, are well known to cause infertility. So
yes,
Mhm.
yeah. So unfortunately, it is not even likely. It is just they will become extinct, this population, in the coming years.
Yeah. Years, not year.
Yes, coming years. Sorry.
Yeah.
Plural.
It sounds like there's a countdown clock.
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, so further evidence that suggests this sad fact is that in recent years, only John Coe and Aquarius have been reported. Despite what feels kind of like a foregone conclusion, the Hebridean Whale and Dolphin Trust is still working hard to study and do whatever they can to protect this population, as well as the numerous other cetaceans who are found in those waters. We can put their website in the show notes so you can learn more about the work that they're doing, and also sponsored the West Coast community.
They also have minke whales, like individual minke whales that you can adopt from sort of like resident minkies that spend a lot of time over there. They're doing the Whale and Dolphin Trust is doing some really cool.
That's awesome. And I think it is really important because yes, there is not really any hope for this population, but they are not like the only species living in this ecosystem. So I think being able to learn from what happened to this species and apply those learnings to protect other species is really important. Yeah, don't make the same mistake twice, I guess.
Yeah. And that's the West Coast community. Before we go, we want to take a quick moment to tell you about one of the ways you can support our podcast and everything we do at Whale Tales.
You can join us by becoming a patron. You can visit us at patreon.com/whaletales. And for $1 a month, you can join us at the porpoise level. For $5 a month, you can join at the dolphin level. And for $10 a month, you can become a whale level patron. Each level comes with a variety of perks. For example, our whale level patrons get access to our special Patreon-only podcast that just came out yesterday as we're recording this, but last week we did a Whale Tales Watches episode about the brand new Little Mermaid movie. So thank you so much, patrons, and I hope that you enjoy your Whale Tales Watches adventure with us.
If you enjoy it even a quarter of the amount that we enjoy making them, then you're in for a real ride and a great treat. And if you can't support us financially, we completely understand. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here with us. We would love to hear your thoughts on this episode or any of our episodes, so please visit our website, whale-tales.org, and find links to all of our different social media handles so that you can drop us a line on whichever one you are most comfortable with.
You can also head to our website to subscribe to our podcast and read over 1,200 whale, dolphin, and porpoise stories. Almost half of those are about killer whales, P.S.
It's true. That's whale-tales.org. Tales like the stories, not tales like the animal.
And if you've seen a cetacean, we would love to add your story to our library. Click the share link on the website. You can contact us on social media at whaletales_org on Instagram, or you can email us a voice memo to tell us all about your incredible cetacean encounter.
Finally, we want to acknowledge that we recorded today's episode on the unceded territories of the Coast Salish people and the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, as well as the homelands of the Tsawwassen First Nation.
We will be back next week with another orca population, but for now, thank you again so much for listening and for supporting us, and we hope you have a whaley great day.